Hi beauties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Helen Maringi. So today I'll be doing a Valentine's date makeup look. I hope you guys are loving what you can see. So if you want to see how I achieve this look, please keep watching. So I'm starting off by doing my brows, and I'll first of all set the brow area with the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. This is a good trick, especially if you have oily skin. It will enable you to work on the brows easily. So for the bottom part, I'm using a dark pencil to outline, and for the upper part, I'm using a dark brown. And it's always good to follow your natural brow shape. That way you'll get a nicely looking and natural looking brow. So then I'll go ahead now and do the shading, and I'm using very light strokes. You don't want to press on the pencil, so just use light strokes to shade especially where you don't have hair. So this will be really quick. I have a tutorial on how to do brows, especially for beginners. If you'd love a detailed tutorial, I will leave the link in the description box. So to clean my brows, I'll be using a Legal Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn and Toffee. And for the top part, I'll be using my foundation. And as you can see, I'm using a flat brush to clean the brows. So as you clean with the concealer, make sure that you spread in the concealer so that it will be easy to blend it out. So clean as you spread the concealer onto your eyelids. So now I'm using a fluffy brush to just make sure that I blend in the concealer. I don't want it to dry before blending out because it will really give me a hard time when it comes to working on the eyes. So I prefer blending it out first before going to the upper brow area. So you can see the top part is a bit dark because I'm using my foundation, and it's good to use for the top part, it's always good to use a shade. You can use a foundation or you can use a concealer that is at least that matches your skin tone or a bit lighter, like a shade lighter from your skin tone, so that it doesn't look off and it blends in well with the foundation when you apply. So now to prepare my eyelids for eyeshadow, I'm adding more concealer, and I'm just spreading it out with the same fluffy brush. And to set that in, I'll be using the same Sacha Buttercup setting powder. And always make sure that your eyelids do not have any creases from the concealer before setting with the setting powder. That way you'll be able to get a very nice finish and a good base for your eyeshadow. So for eyeshadow, I'll be using the Lady Flora palette, and I'll be using a fluffy brush to just create the transitioning shade. So it's sort of a light brown close to a reddish brown, and I'm just tapping that onto the outer corner towards the inner corner. Then I'll go in with a round brush to just deepen the transitioning shade. As you can see, I'm adding more of the reddish brown shade towards the outer corner. Then I'll go ahead now and do my cut crease, and I'm using a Legal Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. And to draw the cut crease, I'm still using the same flat brush I used to clean my brows. So now I'll use the same fluffy brush I used to spread the concealer and tap off the excess concealer on the eyelids so that I can avoid creases when applying eyeshadow. So it's always good after doing a cut crease, make sure that you tap off the excess concealer because you don't want your eyeshadow to crease. Then now I'm using the same brush I used to draw the cut crease, and I'm going for that silver shade, and I'm just tapping it where I applied the concealer. So I'm just tapping the eyeshadow on, just tap, do not drag. Then now I'm going in with the same round brush to create an ombre, and I'm using the same shade I used to deepen my crease on the outer corner. So as you can see, the ombre is coming out nicely. So I will go ahead and do the liner and lashes off camera, and I'll be back. So now that we are done with the eyes, I'll go ahead and work on the face, and I'll start off by removing the eyeshadow fallouts, and I'm just using a baby wipe. Then I'll go ahead and prime my face, and I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. And I'm using my fingers to just spread the primer, and always give your primer time to sink into your skin, to set before moving on with the foundation. So for foundation, I'll be using the Maybelline Fit Me, and I'll be mixing that with the LA Girl Pro Matte. So I usually have a lighter T-zone area than the rest of my face. So that's why I mix the two foundation and at least use the darker one, especially that area close to my neck, because my neck is definitely even darker than my face and the rest of my body. So that's how I at least achieve a shade that matches my skin tone. So I'm using a damp beauty blender to blend in the foundation. So now to highlight, I'll be using the same concealer in the shade Fawn. And I'll be using the same fluffy brush to just spread in the concealer to that area close to my eyes. Then I'll go ahead and move on with the same beauty blender I used to blend in the foundation. So now to set my concealer, I'm using the ZKL palette. So today I'll not be using Sacha Buttercup setting powder, but instead I'll be using the powders from the ZKL palette. And I actually love the outcome. I love the warmth in them. I normally use Sacha Buttercup, but for today I don't want that shouting setting powder, so I'm just going for a warm look. Remember, this is a date night makeup look. It's for Valentine's, so you just want something that is warm enough. Then I'll be using the same palette to contour. And trust me, I'm not usually a fan of contouring, but for this look I said let me just try. And I actually love the nose contour. For a first time trying to do a nose contour, I really loved it. So I wanted my eyes to pop more, and I decided to add the transitioning shade to the brow bone area. Then now for the lipstick, I'll start off by cleaning my lips to remove the foundation. Then I'm using a dark brown lip liner, and I'm only applying it at the inner corners of my lips. Then for the lipstick today, I'll be using Huda in the shade Vamp. So Valentine is not Valentine without a little touch of red, so I decided to add some red to this look. So I'm done with the lipstick. So for my waterline, I'll be using the dark pencil. And I love how it made my eyes pop more for this look, as you can see. Then to highlight, I'll be using the Maybelline Master Bronzer palette. So a look is not a look, a complete look without some highlights, some glow. So yeah, your girl had to do it. And for the brow bone, I'm using the eyeshadow I used, the silver shade, to just give some little highlight. Then I went ahead and applied some mascara on the bottom lashes. So to set this look, I'll be using the NYX setting spray. And it's always good to give your setting spray time to sink in. You can even use your beauty blender to just press onto it. And yeah, we are done with this look. So this is it for this tutorial. This is the final look. Let me know down in the comment section if you learned something from this video, if you would wear this look to your Valentine's date. So thank you so much guys for watching this tutorial till the end, and remember to subscribe to the channel, share this video, give it a like if you like it, and your girl here will see you next in my next video. So until then, have yourself a wonderful Valentine's, enjoy yourselves. So I'll see you next time. Bye bye.